Hey folks, thanks for tuning back into the Colonial Airstream YouTube channel. Joe Welch is here, and we're back with another service tech tip video. And if you're planning on towing a trailer with your truck, it's important to choose one that ensures that it's safe and it meets your needs. There are a few key factors to consider when you're choosing a trailer, including your truck's towing capacity, the tongue weight capacity, the payload, whether it has a brake controller, whether you need weight distribution, and the unique capabilities of each vehicle. In this video, I'll be walking through these factors and offering some tips and guidelines to help you choose the right trailer for your truck. Are you ready? Let's go. Segment 1, tow capacity. Tow capacity refers to the maximum weight that your truck can safely tow. To determine your truck's tow weight capacity, you'll need to consult the manufacturer's specifications or refer to the truck's owner's manual. Sometimes you also have this information printed on the rear receiver, or if you're lucky enough, on the door jamb itself. So for example, this Chevy 2500 has a printed conventional tow weight rating of 12,000 pounds, as well as a tongue weight rating of 1,200 pounds. So for example, with this weight rating, if we were going to tow something around 10,000 pounds, this falls right within our range and we can safely tow it. However, if this trailer was filled to the brim and it exceeded that tongue weight rate or the tow weight rating of 12,000 pounds, it would be too heavy for our truck to safely tow. Segment 2, tongue weight capacity. Tongue weight capacity refers to the amount of weight that your truck can safely tow on the tongue of the trailer. To determine your truck's tongue weight capacity, you'll need to consult the manufacturer's specifications or refer to the truck's owner's manual. For example, let's say that our truck has a tongue weight capacity of 1,200 pounds. If we want to tow an RV, we need to make sure that the weight of the RV's tongue falls within this range. In this case, let's say that the tongue of our RV weighs 700 pounds. That means that we should be able to safely carry our RV, and the RV's tongue weight falls just within that tongue weight capacity. However, you should keep in mind that sometimes the tongue weight capacity falls within 10 to 25% of the overall weight of the trailer. So when you load up the trailer, or if you add different batteries or more propane, more weight to the rate of the tongue, that might change that overall tongue weight rating, and it's worth having it scaled. There's actually a scale that will sit right in the coupler latch, and you leave the trailer just about level, and it'll give you an accurate reading of how much that tongue weight is, and you can make sure that it's still safe for your truck. Segment 3, payloads. Payload refers to the amount of weight your truck can safely carry in the bed, including the trailer, tongue weight, and any additional cargo. To determine your truck's payload capacity, you'll need to consult the manufacturer's specifications or refer to your truck's owner's manual. On most trucks in the door jamb, you'll have tire and loading information where it'll say the max weight of your occupants and any cargo you're carrying. For example, let's say that our truck has a payload capacity of 1,500 pounds. If we want to tow an RV and carry additional cargo, we'll need to make sure that the combined weight of the tongue of the RV, the occupants of the truck, and any cargo in the bed falls within this range. In this case, let's say the RV weighs 6,500 pounds. That means the tongue weight would be around 700, and we'd have around 500 pounds left for cargo and people weight. This means that the total weight of the RV, the tongue, and the additional cargo would fall around 7,700 pounds, which would be too much for our truck to safely carry. In this case, we'll need to either reduce the weight of the RV or the additional cargo, or choose a different truck to tow with entirely, with a higher payload. Just like your truck, your trailer will have tire and loading information as well. Right in the front, on the roadside, on the data plate, that also has the information of the gross vehicle weight of the trailer itself. Also on your door, you'll have the max cargo capacity of the trailer, as in how much weight you can load inside of it. So our trailer cargo capacity is printed right on our screen door, is actually 787 pounds. Segment 4, brake controller. If you're planning on towing a large trailer or anything over 2,000 pounds, you may need to consider whether your truck is already equipped with a brake controller. This is a device that helps regulate the braking of the trailer and ensures that you're stopping both safely and smoothly. This right here is actually the emergency brake for the trailer. This brake controller is built into our Chevy here, and this minus and plus adjusts my gain. I can see that up here on my dash, and that gain goes to the highest output of 10 here. Typically to set this, we would start about in the middle range at 5, and we would bring our speeds above 18.5 miles per hour, going about 20, 25, and stopping the truck trying to feel whether or not the trailer is still kind of pushing into us while we're coming to a stop, where it's lagging late and not really applying enough brakes on the trailer, or the inverse, which takes no experience to feel. If it's too high and we're hitting the brakes and the trailer is actually jerking us backwards to a stop, then we know that we need to decrease our gain. And ideally, we're going to set this in a nice zone, and the most we'll have to adjust it is in heavy traffic or heavy inclines up and downhill. Most times you'll have either a tow haul mode or a terrain mode to be in while you're driving with this truck, but the brake controller being in the ideal situation can make it the most comfortable towing experience possible. Segment 5. Weight distributing hitches. So you can see right here, not every truck requires one. We have a conventional drop bar and the ball. If you had a weight distribution hitch, that would introduce some tilt and some leverage. Basically, it would take the weight that squatted the rear suspension and it would kind of tilt some of that weight onto the front. And we're basically redistributing the tilt on the truck, getting it to set a little bit more angled correctly, so we're not losing out as much of the drive wheels when it's lifted. And we're trying to set the rear a little bit higher so it's not squatting so much. All doing this while leveling the trailer. Not every truck requires weight distribution hitches. You should refer to the manual. For example, this Chevy 2500 is actually required to run a weight distributing hitch if it's towing a trailer over 10,000 pounds and it's equipped with mud tires like you can see here. It's always worth referring to the manual. Some trucks will heavily recommend it, while some trucks will forbid the use of them at all. Segment 6. Ensuring your 7-way functionality and that you have a 7-way outlet. On a truck, you'll typically see a flap on the rear. SUVs will have this as well, and some SUVs will even have this hidden. A 7-pin outlet is to plug in your trailer to, and this not only provides all your lights and signals, but it also provides a 12-volt lead to the trailer, as well as the brake current for the brake controller. So 12-volt lead is actually going to charge your batteries as you're driving, but in order to connect to the trailer and work your signals and charge your batteries, you'll need this outlet. If some trucks will come factory with this 4-pin, keep in mind you cannot just add an adapter. You need those 2 wires for the 12-volt lead and for the brake connectivity to actually connect to your trailer. Every truck is a cool truck, but not every truck is created equal. It's important to remember that every vehicle is different, and what works for one may not work for another. Make sure to consult with a mechanic or refer to that owner's manual to determine what size and what type of trailer is most safe and appropriate for your vehicle. For example, let's say that we have 2 trucks, a small pickup and a half-ton truck. Both trucks have a tow weight capacity of 7,500 pounds, but the small pickup has a much lower payload and a much lower tongue weight capacity than the half-ton. So in this case, the small pickup might not be able to safely tow that same trailer as the half-ton. Even though both trucks have that same tow capacity on paper, it's important to consider all the factors when choosing a tow vehicle for your trailer. I hope these tips have been helpful in helping you choose the trailer for your truck. Remember to always prioritize safety when towing, and if you have any doubts or any additional questions, don't hesitate to consult with a mechanic or refer to your truck's owner's manual. Before we end this video, we'd really appreciate everyone hitting that like button and subscribing if they haven't already. And if you found this video helpful or you had any questions at all, please leave us a comment below or reach out to us at colonialairstream.com. Our phone number is 800-265-9019. My name is Joe Welches, and I hope to see you all again in the next Colonial Service Tech Tip video.